So, something really interesting happened today that I wanted to make a video on. It's not like any other video I've made. Um, I found and confronted a fake busker. For those of you who don't know, a busker is someone who goes and plays an instrument in public, usually for tips or whatever people are willing to give. Um, I'm a violinist, so this person was also a violinist, and this particular busker was completely fake playing. They were not actually playing their instrument, they were attempting to sync along with the recording. Um, I have clips of this, I have clips of me playing along and confronting this fake busker. If you want to skip straight to those clips, I'm not sure exactly where they'll be, but the number will be up here. But I do recommend that you watch like my little introduction here. So there are, I believe, 5 or 6 clips total of different sort of time frames in the quote unquote event. Um, I'm just gonna let them play at first, and then I'm gonna kind of react to them and go through what's happening in each one.
Non sei normale la testa! Non sei normale la testa! Ma vaffanculo pezzo!
Okay, so yeah, those are the clips. Um, Kind of a little bit chaotic, so I wanted to kind of go through them little by little, kind of explain what's going on in them, since, as I said, it's a bit chaotic. So, in this first clip, I actually didn't see them at first. This was my mother recording, and she saw them in the morning. So, I'm just going to play through just this clip one more time. It's just her playing, and it's so clearly faked. She's playing on the wrong string, using the wrong bowings. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more on it. But it's clearly fake. I believe there's a zoom, yeah. So right there, right away, you can see so that should be on the A string, which she kind of starts there, which props to her for knowing which string to start on. But then she goes, she's changing strings when it's just the note A. That should all be on one string, and it's not in that case. Very clearly faked. So in this clip, I decided to, instead of confronting her right away, I knew the piece she was playing. It's Hallelujah by, I don't know if it's originally composed by Leonard Cohen, but a very famous version is by him. And she was playing that, very clearly fake. So I decided to just take out my instrument, which I happened to have. I was coming home from school, and I just started playing it right next to her. So yeah, let's just go through this and see what she's doing wrong. Right there, you can see the note is actually slurred, so it's... She did some weird, like... Whatever she was doing, she was moving her bow way too much. Right there, she goes over to the G string where, even no matter what octave you were playing, I think I was playing the lower octave. So, one octave is up here on the E string. And then one would be here on the A string. She was over here on the G string. And then you can't go to that lower note. So even if you played an octave that's not in the recording, you can't. It's not possible on the violin. So there's some in the recording, which is not her playing once again. You can hear some like notes that are kind of a harmony, and she's moving her bow faster. Maybe she's trying to move them to those. Doesn't match with either one. Also here I paused to tighten my bow. My bow was loose, and I don't think you can hear my playing in this recording. That whatever amplifier she was using was very loud. So I'm pretty sure whatever you're hearing isn't me, but I am playing the right notes for the most part. But yeah, she's going crazy with her bow. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, also, her husband, or I think that's her husband, comes out to watch, and I don't think you can hear it in the recording, but he starts yelling at her to, like, turn it off, because he knows he's getting caught in the act. And then there, you can hear my note is very quiet, and it lasts a little bit longer than hers, but they've mastered this scam. They have one of their kids, which is already bad. The fact that they have kids here helping them exploit people. And they have one of their kids go and turn it off while she faces away from the camera, so you can't quite tell if it's synced up, her ending or not. They've mastered this scam. It's pretty clear they've done this before. And this is a scam. It's no better than the Indian people who call old people and tell them that they need to update their car insurance. So, also, just to let you know, none of the future clips have playing in them. So, if you came to see them play, you can leave now, I guess. So, let's see, I'm going to start this over. Right here, I was saying, this guy came over to me and asked, why is it a problem for you, or whatever. He was speaking English perfectly fine earlier, but he came over and asked, why is it a problem for you that we're faking? And I said, because I play the instrument. I've worked for 8 or 10 years to do this, and you're taking away money from people who think you're actually playing. You're fooling people. It's kind of hard to tell what she's saying. I think she's asking the person recording, who's my mom, if she has kids. So she's basically using the kids to bait. She's not denying she's faking or anything. Yeah, it's a scumbag thing to do. The whole thing is. Yeah, there I said I actually play the instrument. And then she says, do you have kids? She starts walking towards my mom. I think this is pretty much the same thing that's happening in the last clip. I can't really hear what's going on. I don't really remember what was being said there. Yeah, you can't hear anything. And then after we kind of packed up, because they knew they'd been busted and they weren't really doing anything else. They were just asking the same thing, like, why is it your problem? Why do you have a problem with it? Got in the car, packed up my stuff, packed up my instrument. and then just drove by because we wanted to see if they were gonna continue playing as soon as we left, or if they were gonna pack up, and they packed up, and then this happened. Yeah, so the guy, he doesn't actually show his parts, but he kind of threatens to do it. The whole situation is just kind of weird and hilarious at the same time. You can see him recording in the mirror. So this guy's pissed. I just ruined his scam, ruined his day. He has to pack up because of it. He is very pissed, and he decides to take it out like this. And then I muted the audio because there were expletives being said. But yeah, we just drive past, and drive past again, and she's doing some nice little symbols with her hands, and the guy goes into his pants again. I have my window shut because he yells like mother effort, slams the window, but he knows he's on camera and he can't do anything. We've already got his license plate if he does do anything, so yeah, that's basically the end of the confrontation. So yeah, that's a thing that happened today that I thought I'd upload. For the record, if anyone wants to know where that is, it's in the Whole Foods by Coddingtown in Santa Rosa. I haven't seen these people here before, but there have been other fake violin players. So I guess they just buy a kind of cheap amplifier. They buy an electric violin, which is, I don't know, $300, $400. I have one, but I doubt they get a similar one to mine. And they go and scam people for money. That's all that this is. You can't say, oh, but they have kids. It's a scam. It's they're frauds. They are taking money from people who deserve it. They're using someone else's recording. They didn't make that recording. They're using someone else's recording and profiting off it. It's illegal. And I honestly think that confrontation, peaceful confrontation, of course, I don't mean like violent confrontation, but I think that confrontation is a better thing to do than calling the police on them. So yeah, if you ever see someone who's fake busking, don't be afraid to tell them that you know they're fake busking, especially if you see them being given money. But don't, I don't know what to say not to do, because I really can't think of anything you shouldn't do. You can absolutely call the police, I think. I don't know if they're within their rights to be doing this. Although actually I would assume they are, because they're not technically advertising it as themselves playing it. Whatever. Alright, I will end this here, I guess. Hopefully you enjoyed. Probably not going to ever see this content again. Yeah, just an interesting thing that happened.